Welcome, my lovelies, to part 2 of the Love Island USA reunion review. I'm your host, Brianna, and this is the Socks Off podcast. I hope you're well. I hope you went to go get your snacks or whatever. If you clicked on this by accident and you're like, part 2, go and watch part 1 because, yeah, I drop a lot. And you might be like, why is it so long? Because I go into detail. Okay, you don't want a small, quick review. No, we want to go in detail. We want to analyze these people. We've spent 2 months, I think, dedicating our lives to the show. So we're going to delve into it. We've spent like a month away from them. It's time that we analyze them for who they are, analyze the interactions, what's going on. Let's catch up. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. Nothing else needs to be said. Let's jump in. If you didn't know already, it's a live reaction. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Taylor and Clark, Ace and Chelley are now in the building, guys. It's straight business. Ooh, it's straight business. Do you know what? I like what they've done, filtering in certain cast members for certain segments and then having them all together at once. Towards the end. I'm liking this. I was like, well, why are they doing this? Because, again, this is my first Love Island reunion that I've ever watched, that I've ever cared to watch. So, yeah. Alondra's just said something, and I want to discuss it. Let me play what she's just said.
Heard certain conversations. The whole not being physically attracted to me, it was in the first few days. It's like, I would never want somebody to learn to grow to like me or grow to be physically attracted to me. That gives desperation. I was never desperate. So to see that I'm just looking like this girl that's chasing after this guy that does not find me desirable, it's like, that is never the fucking case. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking in the villa, like, oh, he respects my wishes of me being a slow burner. That's why it hasn't gotten there yet. And getting out of the villa is like, okay, it didn't happen because it wasn't there at all. So yeah, that was shocking to me.
You were blasted.
I wanted to bring that up because I think it's so interesting. When I was watching it, and I think a lot of people can say the same thing because, like I said, I'm going to put my hands up and I will admit when I'm wrong. When I was watching it, there were moments where I was frustrated with Alondra because it was so clear as day as a viewer. Obviously outside of the villa, as a viewer watching Alondra go through the motions with Taylor, that Taylor was just not interested in her. Like, he was not into her. From the way the show was edited, from the interactions that we saw of what the Love Island producers gave us, it was very clear that Taylor wasn't interested. And he literally stated, with what Alondra just said as well, he would want to grow with Alondra. He'd want to grow to like her. He's not physically attracted to her, but he'd want to grow to like her. And that rubbed me the wrong way, and many other viewers as well the wrong way, because what do you mean you want to grow to like her? You either like her or you don't. What do you mean you want to grow to like her? You're not physically attracted to her. Ew. Like, it was just giving, like, ew. And then to see Alondra still pursue it, it seems desperate on her end. But now, obviously with a bit of discernment, it's kind of obvious that it was edited that way and that was the narrative that they ran with. And yeah, I feel bad for Alondra because she was painted out to be this desperate girl. But do you know what? The more we got to know her personality and the more we watched the episode, like the more episodes that we watched, the more you could see that, okay, no, it's just being edited this way, and that Alondra isn't, like, it seems like she's desperate, but it's because Taylor is giving her these fucking signs that he's interested in her and, like, he's leading her on. So, I can't blame Alondra. Before, again, like I said, in the early stages, I was a bit frustrated with her. But then the more that they progressed, Taylor was giving signs that he was interested in her. And because, obviously, she's in the villa, she's the one who's experiencing this. And she's not the only one who's seeing this, because other people in the villa were also saying, yeah, Taylor and Alondra seemed like they liked each other. Taylor really seemed like he was into her. He was giving her hints that he was into her. So Alondra isn't wrong for some of the moves that she made to pursue Taylor, because it seemed like he was into her. Yeah, I just think that's so interesting. Like, the disparity between what actually goes on in the villa and what we see is just it's such a stark difference. But I feel like this could have simply been avoided if the producers just led with the true narrative. But obviously, like, entertainment has to be made, whatever, but that narrative didn't need to run, because you've made the girl look bad for what? You've made the girl look desperate for what? Like, when that's not the case, that's not happening. Like, I just wish when it comes to Love Island, they just tell the truth. Like, I don't understand twisting certain narratives and favouring certain people and then humiliating others. It made zero sense, but I'm glad Alondra was vindicated. And I'm also glad, I'm glad that she's coming on here and saying that after coming out of the villa and seeing the clips, she has sense. Of course she has sense, but it's crazy that she's having to, prove this to people that, no, guys, if I had known I was being portrayed like this, I wouldn't have been... If I had known, not even portrayed, but if I had known what you guys have known, I wouldn't be moving like that. And it's also just, we talk about a lot how the people in the villa know more than we do, but actually, I feel like on the flip side as well, what we see is, because we're seeing it from an objective point of view, they're actually living that experience, so they're blind to certain things. They're not really sure of what we see. So there's certain things that Taylor can do that Alondra in the villa at the time would never be able to see. But outside of the villa, she's getting the viewer's perspective as well. She's getting an objective point of view, and she's able to see Taylor from a different perspective and then build a profile, like an actual, true, almost accurate, more accurate than us, I'd say, profile of his character. So yeah, I'm glad that she's also mentioned that her experience of seeing Taylor outside of the villa, from the previous episodes that she's been watching. Yeah, it's interesting hearing her point of view on that as well, and I'm glad that she brought that up, because again, she doesn't seem like a stupid girl. I don't like the way she's been portrayed on Love Island, because she's not an idiot, and it's just such a shame that with the lack of information, she's just doing what she's doing. She's just doing what we all would have done with the lack of information. Yeah. But again, like I said, I'm glad she's vindicated. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I'm really liking this booth thing that they've set up with the other islanders inside the booth reacting to what's going on live, because this is what Charlie has just said.
That was shocking to me.
You were blasted for your vote when really the reality is we knew he was never really into her, bro.
So that was Charlie talking to Austin. Those two are having their little chit chat about what Alondra's literally just said in response to Ariana, what I literally just played before. And thank you, because I don't know why, when this happened, what he's referring to is when they had to vote for someone. I think it was Huda, Taylor, and I cannot remember the other person. But yeah, Taylor was voted by Austin. I think it was Charlie as well. I'm not too sure. But Taylor was voted by Austin, and that was the only vote that Taylor got to be kicked out of the villa. Austin was the only person that voted for Taylor, and I backed it. I was in full support. I was like, yes, thank you. In fact, I thought everyone should have voted for Taylor to come out of the villa, because what are you doing, man? It was so clear as day that Taylor was not into Alondra, and I'm so glad that someone else in the villa was able to see it, because as much as other people inside of the villa were like, oh no, it seemed like Taylor was into her, we can't deny, I feel like they're playing up on that more to feed into Alondra's delusion, and it wasn't even a delusion on Alondra's part. I'm not even going to involve her, because this is not even her fault, because again, she is the only one experiencing that, and from her perspective, it must be absolutely mad. So I'm not even going to involve her. As, an objective, being the objective viewer, and they are also objective viewers as well, because the funny thing about Love Island experience is that you're able to see what everyone else is going through too. You also have eyes and ears on what's going on too, And Austin, he was the only real one in that situation to clock what was going on and be like, Taylor's not into her. Because if Ace is able to be like to fucking Jeremiah and Huda, them two are phony, them two are fake, and Huda's running around like, no, he likes me, da 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 da. Why can't we do the same thing, and why can't we apply that same logic towards Taylor and Alondra? So when Austin got, fucking yelled at and belted at for choosing Taylor, I just thought that made zero sense. Honestly, I felt so bad for Austin in that moment, because he was telling the truth, man. And Charlie as well. Charlie's another real guy that we just don't give enough credit to. I think out of everyone in the villa, I know I just said I don't like any of them, but Charlie is the one that I respect most, honestly. Yeah. I think Charlie is the most genuine out of all of them on here, and I'm glad he came to Austin's defense in this part of the reunion, because Taylor should have left ages ago. He should have been gone, but whatever, it's done now. So
Taylor, do you feel like maybe you owe Alandria an apology for not being honest with her about your feelings?
Yeah, all I was waiting for the right time. This is the right time in front of everybody. The way it started. So I do want to say, I'm sorry for everything. We grew so close. So fast. He was my dog in there. We laughed about everything, and he's still my dog.
Do we clap?
guys, what the fuck? First of all, Taylor needs subtitles for when he talks. I just about understand what he's saying. I'm better off talking to a Scottish person and actually hearing what they're saying than Taylor, because what the fuck. Anyways, I just wanted to break this down because what the heck, Ariana, you messy. She's not even messy. She actually, I love Ariana, man. Ariana, I love you. Because, it needed to be done. Why is it that you've waited till the reunion to apologise? And why is it that Ariana is able to clock that you haven't apologised to Alondra and that you should apologise to her? That's weird. That's strange. And I'm glad that she dragged that out of him. Yes, apologise. Another thing as well, Alondra's face. Oh, she did not accept that apology. I think she's still, I wouldn't say bitter, but nah, she's not fucking with him at all. Like, that face she made, guys. That moment of silence was literally Alondra just like deadpanning that whole apology. Because she didn't say, oh my God, yeah. Usually when someone apologizes to you and, you forgive them, you usually go, you know what, yes, I forgive you. Thank you so much for apologizing. I accept that. That's if in your heart you feel like the apology, number one, is genuine. And number two, you actually forgive them. That didn't happen. I don't think. Yay. Anyways, you guys heard. So yeah, because even Chelley looked over at Alondra like, hello. This is the moment where you say, yeah, thank you so much for the apology. Alondra wasn't doing that because there's no need to fake it either. I don't blame her for that. Yeah. There's nothing else that needs to be said. Because this is a dead conversation. Let's just end it now. She's happy in her relationship with Nick. Why do we need to revive this dead thing? Ew. Anyways, let's get back.
Now, fans have also speculated, this is a big one, that the two of you coordinated your participation in the show in order to form a powerful pairing from day one.
Yes.
What the fuck is this rubbish, man? Just shut the fuck up. There are actually people that believe this stuff. You guys are rubbish. Stop. Just shut up. Oh my God. So, the hosts have brought up the fact that there's certain people out there that think that Chelley and Ace are just a big plant in Love Island and they're just completely fake and they've coordinated this and they're actors and all this rubbish and they've known each other prior. And yes, we all know that they've known each other prior. They met each other, Lord knows, elsewhere. Guys, you do know when it comes to recruiting these people off of Love Island, it's a very small selection and the likelihood of people knowing each other is very high. This isn't the first time that contestants have come on to Love Island and they've clocked, oh my God, I know you. They're not the first, they will not be the last. What the fuck is going on? Because they choose certain types of people. Like, it's not people. We need to get the stigma out that people are applying to Love Island and they're getting picked. I don't think that happens anymore, guys. Some people apply and some people get picked, but that's like a small percentile. Majority of the people that we see on Love Island nowadays, they're getting recruited. That's it. That's so I know what this rubbish is. Just shut up.
I wouldn't surround myself with some phony ass people, and they're the realest for sure.
Because you're President General. Be quiet, man. Be quiet. That's Alondra speaking about Chelley and Ace. The reaction. Basically, Ariana and them have asked, what is your reaction to you guys being ranked the lowest for these challenges? And then Chelley was like, I don't understand why I've been called a mean girl. I think it was off of the back of the heart rate challenge and my reactions to that, which fair enough, because I'm pretty sure there's I'm gonna see it in the reunion as well. There's an extended clip of the heart rate challenge, and Huda was doing the most. So Chelley's reaction was absolutely valid. Again, at the time the episode came out, everyone had only seen that small clip as well. So we thought, you know, Chelley was completely bugging. Like, what the fuck, Chelley? You don't need to react like that. She's just doing the challenge. And then come to find out, Chelley was completely valid. Like, she was completely valid for her reaction. Yeah. Honestly, if we're gonna do the mean girl thing, I don't think Chelley is the mean girl, guys. You guys got it wrong. Chelley is not the mean girl. Yeah. But Miss President General, I don't trust you. What do you mean I wouldn't surround myself around funny people? So it's you that we should be consulting. Oh my God, wait, Alondra, do you think the person I'm hanging around is real? Like, because, you know, your opinion matters the most. Bitch, shut the fuck. Bitch, this chicken is cold. Shut up. Oh my God.
I think it says something that...
Okay, guys, it's break time. But before, obviously, we go into break time, I'm just going to mention a couple things. So, Ace has just admitted that he is falling in love with Chelley. And do you know what? I believe it, because they are cute. Ever since I've seen them, like the first episode, guys, their chemistry was undeniable. I do like them together. I do. Maybe a bit more than... Nah, I like Nick and Alondra, and I like Chelley and Ace. Like, they're not... It's like comparing apples and pears. Like... Nah, they're cute, man. Seeing them two interact, oh, it's so cute. And then he said, yeah, she is my first girlfriend and she'll be my last girlfriend. Period.